and Simon were out on the lawn fencing.
Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Good morning, how are we? I am in a very strange mood. It has been a very strange week here for the Wistl family. As of the 12th of April, which was yesterday, the government announced that all shops are now open and all like pubs, bars and restaurants can now serve from being outside, so you can only eat outside kind of. And Kev, my lovely husband, being a chef, has now had to go back to work. So for the next few weeks, well, at least this week, because he's working 7 days on the trot, you will just be seeing my beautiful face this week, and then hopefully next week our videos will kind of go a little bit more back to normal. But as for today, it's going to be more of a slow, chatty video. You can kind of see what we get up to during the day, and I may take you out and explore kind of around where we're living as well. I know it's a bit different from our usual content and the kind of content I want to make. As you would have seen the last couple of videos, it's more along the lines of what we want to do. Kind of like explore outdoors and show families where they can go and great places to visit, especially where we are at the moment. It's been a really odd week. I am without husband for a week. So it's been stressful. All the homeschooling is up to me at the moment, and I've also got to fit in my own personal projects like YouTube. So it's going to be a bit of a funny video, so bear with me, and I'm going to try and make it as flowy as possible, put some beautiful clips in and kind of chat to you where we're at as well, because I thought that would be really interesting to kind of see like a little catch up as to where we are. Obviously I've been at my mum's since January. We're now in April, so it's been a little while since then, and we also have kind of been thinking about things we want to do with ourselves, like when and how that's going to work with lockdowns and restrictions and stuff, and also like where we want to live. So we've had lots and lots of thoughts going through our head and lots of things we want to try and do, as well as try and get this channel to a place where we want to. But now since the 12th, Kev's back at work, we kind of have to change a little bit more again. He's really, really busy where he is, and hundreds of people are now going to the shops and going to eat. So it's going to be really different and really strange. So I'm trying to get used to it myself, but hopefully this little ramble made sense. And I may show you some of the rooms and how they've changed as well. And I will also kind of take you out and kind of have a little chit chat and catch up. So our bedroom has changed quite a bit, not in terms of colour or anything, but the bedside tables that you would have seen in some older videos have now changed. I actually managed to do them up and I'm so proud of them. They've got new handles. I painted the kind of stencils on the front and I sanded them right back. They were like this horrible, really dark varnished wood, like really heavily varnished, and it was like, it just didn't suit the room. And also I wanted something a lot lighter to kind of open up the space. I also put in some new curtains that I've had for years. I made a flower pot, so I've done that as well. I painted it all because I'm just an artsy crafty kind of person, but yeah, I wanted a nice plant pot for this one, and I want to change a few of the ones over there still. And then I've got some of my wall hangings up, some dried flowers. My dried flowers are finally in a vase. They were in a box, if you remember the old video. And then I've got my mirror over here, which I'm now, gonna get to paint. So that's gonna be, it's been primed at the moment. It was silver. And then I'm changing it to like a really nice orangey burnt colour. The wardrobe's still the same. That is my next DIY project, but I've got to take it completely apart, sand it, prime it. And then the middle part's gonna be like rattan. And then I don't really know what kind of colour I want. And then I'm gonna change the knobs as well, and that's going to be done. So that's kind of our room, kind of catch up. And I put my macrame in the window now, just to kind of cover up the window slightly, because I don't really know if I want curtains on that window now that we've got them on that window. Plus it means I've got to get another what's it called, that pole thing. It's been a long morning, so I'm just trying to kind of get my head together for this video today. Some days it really just does not feel like a filming day. Sometimes I really just don't want to, but to be honest, kind of and candid with you guys, it is really hard work sometimes, but I still love it. So we're going with it and we're pushing through. So yeah, my macrame is now in the window because it was over there. And then hopefully I'm going to get a new light and give that one to the kids. And yeah, this room should be pretty much done. Maybe paint it kind of in the future. Maybe not. Depends how kind of long we're going to be here for and that. that does not belong in here. So yeah, as you can tell, some things have kind of changed around quite a bit, and some things not so much. We're just trying to kind of slowly fill up the space the way we want to, but without spending a lot of money. Things that I did in our bedroom we've had already, so the curtains weren't new, and the bedside tables I just DIY'd, as well as the mirror as well. Things that we've had like for years, so we haven't actually spent any money, which is great. So this is the kids' room. Please excuse the mess. I do tell them every day to tidy it up, but they are kids, and I also kind of don't let them tidy up until later on in the day, so it's all done and ready for the next day. But this is new. This came from my sister's bedroom, and she very kindly let us have it for the kids. So at the moment it's storing toys. Their books are back up there now. It was on like this old wicker frame with like metal iron sides to it. But we have got rid of that since, because we wanted something a lot bigger but a lot more kind of space saving at the same time. So we're going to get baskets all along here to put their clothes and shoes in, which will mean that it comes away from being under their bed. And then I'm going to hopefully switch this bed to 2 more of those beds, have a kind of sofa along the back with lots of lovely cushions and blankets and things, and it's going to be a little bit more like Montessori-esque style, like I kind of said before in the very first room tour we did. So everything is stored super neatly now. I want to make sure we can get rid of this one here, because it's just filled with like kind of junk toys, and maybe either replace it with like a big kind of fabric bucket thing, or I don't know, something similar. And then the kitchen's now over there where the doll's house was, and we ended up getting rid of it because Elwyn really hated it and she didn't want it anymore. So that is now where their kitchen is, with their kitchen food and some random roller skates and a cow and a doll. Yeah. And then their blanket box is still where it is, and that will be staying there. And then hopefully the bed will be along here, and then this kind of area will be free as well to play in. So yeah, that's the kind of room progress we're at the moment. So in terms of homeschooling, that has also changed slightly as well. Because I have no Kev with me, I have to have it a little bit more structured so that we both have equal amounts in the day for ourselves. So the first half of the morning from like 8-9 will be all for the kids, and that will be all the way till around 1-2 o'clock, and then after that is my time. During some of their learning I do get a bit of cleaning done. I also get them to get involved with that as well, because I am alone now. As well as Kev being back at work, my sister is also back at work, so it is just me. So I'm kind of in charge of keeping everything pretty tidy and clean and nice for everybody, because obviously I don't want them coming home and it's a mess. So I have to think about that as well. But we have changed a few things. So we actually have introduced folders. So there's a folder for each child. They're just very basic black folders. And in the folder we literally have just, this is Elwyn's folder. So she has things like her art, letters, because she's learning letters at the moment because she really loves it, phonics, a few things. Sometimes we kind of go through words and the sounds and things, English, just learning how to spell, reading, and a few more things like numbers, and some projects at the back. So all their projects will be at the back, and all their kind of generic learning goes in the kind of specific folders. So this week she is learning about the body, because she asked me about like her stomach and her blood and stuff the other day. So we bought her a book to go with it. This is an okay book. I would love to get her one that's a little bit more in depth and a little bit more, the diagrams are a little bit more detailed. This is a very basic body book, but it is pretty good just for her age. She's only 4. But she really loves learning about the body. She learned how to feel her pulse, her blood, and like her veins. She can see her veins now, and her stomach, and they love the intestines because it makes poop. So that's funny as well for them. They love it. So that's how it's changed slightly. We still do have days where we just go out and have fun and enjoy each other's company. We will be going for a little walk today. We'll be making a cake today. We'll be making dinner together today. So they tend to have a few learning things a day. So we usually get our sheets from Twinkle. So this is Harry's one, and this week he's learned about lemonade stands. So he's done a few projects to do with a lemonade stand, because he asked if he could make lemonade, because Kevin makes he's making like a drink. That's his thing. That's his new kind of business venture, and he's kind of taken inspiration from that and wants to make his own drinks. So he wanted to make lemonade, and they had a few things on that, on how to do posters, recipe ideas and things like that. So that will be this week for him, and Elwyn will be about the body. It can be quite tricky to do 2 subjects at the same time with both children, but Harry's 9, so I can kind of leave him to push himself and work on things himself, and then Elwyn I can kind of dedicate a bit more time to kind of show her more things and explain things in a greater detail because she needs it. So that's how our homeschool's changed. We do a few sheets in the morning, about 2 to 3 each. They go in their folders, and then we have other things we get on with during the day, like we help each other clean, almost like running our own homestead. We also have a garden patch. We have lots of things growing at the moment which we're looking after, and yeah, we try and get out as well when Kev's about. So that's how that kind of thing has developed since we've been here. What are you doing? So we are actually out hunting for stinging nettles. I usually use nettles to dye with, and I bought some bed sheets, and I've used some old ones as well that I want to mordant and then dye. If you don't know much about natural dyeing, I've actually got a blog post about it, so I'll link that down below. Getting out and walking is really important for us because the kids are extremely high energy. They need a lot of activity, and they need to always be outside at least 3 or 4 times a week. So we make sure that we always fit that in for them, so they can kind of shake it all out and feel a lot better afterwards. And also the weather is beautiful today, so we are really making the most of it. So as you heard, a few things have actually changed for us as a family at the moment, as a lot of families probably have with the current UK lockdown things like letting shops open. A lot of people have gone back to work now, and things have changed for us as well. I'm lucky enough to not have to work at the moment, so I can spend time with the kids and get their homeschool to a place where I really enjoy doing it, and I wake up every morning and I don't loathe it. There are times and days where it just gets too much and you do experience burnout, so taking it slow and only doing a couple of sheets and then being able to do things like this and go out, or I can do my own ventures that I've got going on, means that we both get time that we need, and also we get the space that we need as well. So as well as that, things have changed in our plans as well. At the current moment we are actually just staying put and saving up some money that Kev will be earning from work, and looking at land. That's pretty much where we are heading towards now. We would love to travel and go around the world, hence the name Wistl Family Adventures, and that is still in the plans, but we actually have decided that a base would be a lot more safer at this moment in time, somewhere where we can call our own and go back and forth from. That comes with a few complications because finding land is really tricky. We actually have been looking at land in other countries such as Spain, Italy and Portugal, but currently they are now on the red list, so you cannot visit them to go on holiday, or you cannot really go there at all from the UK, because we have like a tiered system as to what countries we can go to. So we actually can't visit there even if we wanted to, so we actually have to stay put just a bit longer and kind of work out a plan that's going to work for us. So it's a little bit frustrating because I'm a little bit kind of like ready to start our new life and ready to have land, and I'd love to grow stuff on it. I'd love to have animals, kind of like a mini homestead, and I'd love to have a tiny house on it as well. We're not really interested in having a big home, even though there's 5 of us. We live pretty minimally and we are pretty happy with it at the moment. So we'd have a tiny house, a yurt, something really similar basically, and we'd have more land that way so that we didn't have to kind of use it all up for our house space. But yeah, finding land is really tricky. The UK, it's really hard. We are a small country, so land is few and far between. It is out there, but it is expensive, and also you need planning permission, and the planning permission regulations over here are pretty strict, so it may rule out being able to live in the UK. but we'll have to see. We are super appreciative of our situation where I can live with my mum and our bills are pretty small. So we are really grateful and lucky that our situation allows us to have this opportunity. And it's also given us the time to be able to think about what we do really want. But it is overwhelming in ways because it's like, where do you go? What do you choose? Do you save more money up? Because the money we have is substantial, but it's not quite enough to be able to have a lot of land unless we go to a different country. So yeah, we are super lucky, super appreciative. We also live in this beautiful nature. I'll just show you. We're all alone in the fields, just walking through, collecting nettles, living my best natural life. This is where we truly shine, and the kids truly love it. They shine, they love nature, they love finding bugs, they love looking at different plants with me, they love collecting things to take back. I've been natural dyeing for quite a few years. I haven't done it in a little while now, but the spring nettles are beautiful. They make like a lovely kind of smoky green, so we're gonna have some nice bed sheets, and it's just paradise. And it's really what we're looking for ourselves, like to have in our own home. It's just a lot of space, an abundance of nature, living off the land, off grid preferably, but obviously that comes with a lot of learning and a lot of skills and knowledge and things like that. So, but essentially off grid, and essentially with a lovely piece of land where we can grow most of our food, we can raise our animals, we can just be free and one with everything like that. It's just, that's what, yeah, I'm holding your hand. That's what we really aim for and we love. It's just finding somewhere like that, some magical place that will give us all of that for ourselves. It's tricky and it's a little bit stressful, so we are taking our time and we don't want to make the wrong decision, so it is going to be kind of a long time coming, but we want to make the right decision for us so that we don't spiral into debt or make the wrong decision or end up being somewhere we really don't want to be. So I hope this kind of chatty, rambling, God, my hair, it's very windy, apologies. I hope this kind of chatty rambling has made some sort of sense to any of you, and we kind of had like a really good catch up. Our rooms have kind of changed, our homeschooling's changed a little bit. Now that Kev's back at work, things have changed. So it's all a bit of lots and lots of change, and with that comes like a lot of anxiety and issues and just trying to kind of navigate through. Now I've got the kids kind of all alone. I don't actually drive either. I have to think of like really cool ways and interesting ways to keep them occupied until Daddy comes home, and then we can all go out as a family together. But yeah, it's definitely a different scenario now, and I hope to kind of make videos the way we want to still, but I kind of love catching up and talking to you guys and kind of showing you where we're at with life, because it's ever changing all the time. It's never exactly how we pictured it from the first moment, and we're really trying to embrace as much as possible and work with what we have. So we're going to continue on this walk. I'm going to enjoy the scenery, I'm going to enjoy my children, and I will show you a few clips from this beautiful landscape, and I will meet you back at the house. We're going a lot faster?
Yeah, look how much way we got.
Do you want to show how much nettles we found?
Oh,
Yeah?
fine.
Oh wow, your shield's getting in the way, isn't it? A little bit. That's lovely. literally had to hold this one's hand the whole way. Usually he's really good and goes off, but today he wants to hold my hand all the way there, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, you going in?
What's that?
It's a bucket. So I've just hung up my sheets that have got like a mordant on them which helps dye stick to them, and they're drying now. That's the last time they need to be dried, and then I can dye them. I've made some bread which is just proofing there, and yeah, that's kind of the end of our afternoon. So I'm just going to sit and have lunch and do some errands. I've got some painting to do, I've got some writing to do, I've got all my kind of bits that I save for myself to the afternoon to do. And the kids are just watching a movie now. Yeah, I've got to make a drink for a little one. Yeah, and that's pretty much our day. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit all over the place and it didn't particularly have any rhyme nor reason. But I just thought a catch-up vlog would be really cool. You can kind of see where we're at now and kind of see the things that have changed and things that we get up to as well, like the kind of nature-y bits that we love to do. Bake my own bread, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having some really cool sheets on my bed that have been dyed by me. And if you want any information about that, I can make another video. It's such a simple process and it gives you such unique handmade feeling like things in my room, which I love. I will be back again next week and hopefully my husband will be with me this time and we'll be able to go on an adventure. I really want to get to 100 subscribers, so if you could subscribe if you haven't already, please do, and hit the like so we can keep going with this channel. And once I get to 100, I really want to do a Q&A, so any questions that you have, please leave them somewhere. I'll try and leave my email address down below because all my content at the moment has been for children because there's children in it, to try and keep them safe. If you want to email us, send us an email with questions, that'd be amazing. I hope you have a really wonderful weekend. We definitely will. So again, like, subscribe, do all that amazing stuff for me, and I will see you next week, guys. Bye bye. See you later.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye. Bye.